very first Let's Play video. Couldn't find the right word there. As you can see, we're playing Zoo Tycoon, and I'm starting with $500,000, which is a big amount of money. But that's the way I like to play the game in the beginning. Sometimes, you know, the income of money is not as realistic as you might expect in a zoo. But anyway, here we are, medium grassy zoo. Because the small one is, well, too small, the big one is too big, and the medium one is good enough for me. To start, I'm gonna put zoo marketing at $1,000 a month maximum, and the admission price at $25 for an adult and $12.50 for a child. Just a heads up, I'm not from the United States, so I might say euros every now and then. Just hope you forgive me when I'm using the wrong currency. As you can see here, I'm lowering the terrain, and that's because I don't like high fences. They're ugly, and personally when I go to a zoo I don't like them either. So what I'm doing here is lower the terrain with one block, Minecraft style, and then I'm gonna place low fences around them, because the animals, what's this? There we go. Animals can jump over small fences, but when there's a lower terrain next to them, they can't. For a brief interruption, just had to check something on my computer, but everything seems to work fine. Okay, there won't be any guests walking here for now, so I'm just gonna put a high fence up to the wall, and I do the same thing on this side. So this won't be used with fence, but just with the zoo wall. I'm not a big fan of giving my exhibits names, because I'm not very creative with names, so just gonna name it Exhibit 1. Alright, because I have the complete collection, I have a bit more animals than the standard version. I like lions, but lions reproduce very quickly and reproduce costs a lot of money, because you need to build shelters and more trees and stuff, so no lions for now. What I'm gonna do is put up 2 Asian elephants. Asian elephants are quite nice. They're easy to maintain, and they're rare animals, so guests enjoy looking at them. They're like rainforests. The thing I do is to completely fill the exhibit with the primary terrain, and then add small pieces of grass and dirt and whatever they like through it. It's just how I like my exhibits. Let's see, they obviously need some water. Let's put that there. In there. Okay. Let's see, what trees do they like? The foxtail palm tree. Alright, I believe that's in here from the beginning, so just gonna, there we go. Now it's a rainforest bush. Foxtail, oh well, alright, it's not here from the beginning. Okay, well then we're just gonna use this one, because I know they like that too. What I'm doing, and what's really important, and it might not be visible here, but you guests want to see the animals, so I place trees and rocks, big rocks, not inside, not in the front of the exhibit, because, well, the animals don't really care where the trees are, but the visitors do. Just gonna make it a bit prettier. Excuse me. Oh, that's a savanna. Some rocks. that's one too much. Just had a zookeeper here to provide them with food. And now I need a shelter as well. Which is a bit of a problem because I don't have an elephant shelter just yet. Not enough grass, too much rainforest and enough fresh water. Okay, let's just start with the water then. Because zookeepers can't reach places that are separated with water, so I'm just gonna make sure that nothing's being separated with water. More grass, okay. So this have to do for now, I guess. More foliage. Oh, still not enough water. Alright, well, something we can do about that. Okay. Just more foliage. Thought so. It's no problem. Fern bush, do they like that? Yeah, they do. Looks pretty enough. Maybe a rainforest bush. No. A durian tree. Those look nice. Okay, so this will be all because I don't have shelters just yet. Okay, so now I have an exhibit, and what I want to do, excuse me, what I want to do is make my guests feel at home. Here it is. I don't have much paths as well, so I'm just going to use concrete for now. As you can see here, it's a big plus stone. So what I'm going to do is make a square. Just here. Don't make it too big because I don't have that much of a big zoo, but make it big enough for your guests to use as some sort of roundabout if you want. I don't have much buildings as well, just a couple of restrooms because your guests need to, you know, do their thing, and just some stands. I know it looks a bit sloppy because it's a cotton candy stand which looks a bit rainforesty, and then those ugly as restrooms, but for now I can't do much else because I don't have much to give them. But I'm just gonna make sure that there's a place for my guests to relax, to get something to eat and drink, to stretch their legs underneath a bench if they want to. I adjust my mouse as well. So I'm gonna use some picnic tables. Just gonna put them there, there, and some garbage bins. That's not really healthy next to your picnic table, so I'm just gonna put them there, and there. And that will make quite a nice place for now. You might say, oh, it looks ugly, but just wait until more things come available to use, because as soon as we can use more exhibit things, and fences and flowers and stuff like that, it will look nicer overall, and that's just what we want. Just gonna put some trees up, some trees you might use in an exhibit, but you can use them for decoration as well. I like colorful trees. This one, or there's a pink one later on in the game. A yucca. I'm a big fan of the yucca. Maybe I pronounce it wrong, I don't know, but it says yucca, so I'm just gonna use the word yucca. Not too much because then it becomes annoying. And some sand because it looks better on sand. So what we have here is just a small square and one exhibit already. Next thing I'm gonna do is make another exhibit with another animal. I'm just gonna make another exhibit with other animals. I don't know why my screen's buggy. Okay, so there we go. another animal. So this is quite nice. I mean, yeah, that's one thing that I want to tell you. Don't put a path here, because your visitors will use it, and then later on in the game, when your zoo is already crowdy, you will get messages up here saying that your zookeeper's having trouble to reach exhibit 1. So don't put path there. Your zookeepers will find the way into the exhibit, don't worry about that, but don't let your visitors stand in the way. I know this looks ugly. I prefer not to place any water next to a cliff, because it won't fall down. It just stays on the edge of the cliff and doesn't look that pretty, but sometimes you have to, because I don't want to redo the whole thing right now. Maybe later on in the game we'll have to see about that. Mooses are a bit boring animals, I think, personally, but they'll do fine in a zoo. Yeah, just pause my game for a bit because I ran out of recording time. Let's just see, but tigers do really well too, and I do the same thing for the tigers as I did with the elephants, but I'm just gonna pause the recording for a bit because it takes a bit of time. Just hang on a second, guys. Right, guys, welcome back, and as you can see, I've created another exhibit with some sort of lookout, if you want. Just tigers. They live in small groups, as you can read, well, there. So I'm just gonna put a male and a female. As you can see, they start running because they think they can escape because they see the low fence, but my theory will go, oh, there we go. Okay,